Hello, sinners. It is I, Father Evil, and I invite you to Destination Station on YouTube.
Bagels and go to Destination Station. This buddy is the bomb.
Yep.
Love it.
Yep.
Fucking A.
Yep.
I had to say that for a reason.
Freddie, take that, motherfucker.
All right. Okay. Fuck you. Yeah.
Jamie Kennedy. Subscribe to my man, Destination Station, right now if you want the best content.
What's up? Welcome to Destination Station. Happy New Year, everybody. Hope everybody is bringing in the new year and has really big hopes and dreams and some really good resolutions, because I have some of my own. I'm sure you have some of your own. And I just want to start off by apologizing why I didn't go live last night. Had some other commitments. Didn't want to break up the community and everything, but you know what? I was like, you know what? Let me give back. You know, even though that, you know, we did ring in the new year last night over on Knight's channel and my buddy Craven Something Scary. I was like, you know what? I'm still going to go live tonight. Keep this celebration going. Hopefully y'all can hear me okay. I kind of got that music kind of down. Sounds okay on my end. Just let me know in the chat if it sounds okay on y'all's end as well. Just kind of like, you know, I don't want it to be over yet. It's like, I just want to keep hanging out with y'all and talk about our most anticipated horror movies of 2024. I have a few of my own. Looks like it's going to be another good year for horror. Everything's kind of ramping up, you know, even with all the negativity surrounding Scream. And we don't know, you know, it's a question mark with what's going on with Halloween. And where is that Friday the 13th show? And when are we going to get more news on it? So you know what? We're going to start talking about some of these other horror movies tonight and what we're looking forward to. And I want to hear what y'all think as well. Also, while we are at it, I just want to say thank you to everybody that showed me some love coming back on Friday night for Scream Talk. Every Friday night, 10 p.m. Central, we're going to start this year off right, and we're gonna keep that tradition going, that weekly Scream Talk every Friday night, 10 p.m. Central. And I want to give a special shout out to some really good close friends of mine, and you know who you are, Larry Warner and Kirsten Marie. Y'all really treated me right, and I wasn't expecting that, and I really didn't think anybody was going to show up, honestly, since I took such a long time coming back. And it was a really warm welcome, and I just want y'all to know I really appreciate y'all. And welcome aboard all the new members. Here's some that we have here: Kirsten Marie, Larry Warner, Patrick B, It's Your Boy, James Hatton, Alexis, I hope I'm saying that correctly, and Scott Royston, Aaron Hughes, Brandon Finley, and Dark the God. Welcome aboard, becoming an official stationeer. And thank you again, Larry and Kirsten. I appreciate y'all a lot. But I want to hear from y'all. I want to hear what some of y'all's most anticipated horror for 2024. I also want to put out here that I'm really working out the schedule with how I'm going to do all my live streams, all my content and everything. And I think we're going to do a Monday, Wednesday, Friday live streams. That's what I'm going to be able to commit to. Started looking it down. I don't want to start canceling live streams, you know, like I have in the past. So Monday, Wednesday, Friday, we're going to keep Monday as members only Mondays. So if you want to become a member, click right there at the bottom of the screen and do yourself a favor and become a member. And all the new members, we are going to have special screenings. And every Monday, it's just going to be for members. And we're going to be watching some of our favorite movies. You can join me here on the live stream, live, like we're doing right here. if you don't feel comfortable putting your face out there or anything, I know some people aren't comfortable with that or just don't have the resources to do that. Maybe you don't have a webcam or whatever the case may be. You're still going to get your shine. We're still going to watch what you want to watch. And we'll also spin the wheel every Monday night for Members Only Monday. It sounds like mom, right? And we're going to watch a movie every Monday night, special screening, members only. So yeah, I want everybody to kind of like get their shine. There will also be other opportunities for members to come on the live streams for Scream Talk or Halloween Talk, Saw Talk, anything that's going on throughout the week. You will get invitations from me. And follow me on all my socials also. That's the best way to keep in touch is on my Instagram or Facebook or even Twitter. So yeah, consider becoming a member. You get a lot of perks with that. Wednesday night live streams will be our weekly horror discussion, kind of like what we're doing here, even though this is a celebration, a continuation for the new year. But we're going to do Dose of Horror. We're going to do Dose of Horror, which is going to talk about all types of horror that's out there at the moment. Some of our favorite horror. That's like our free-for-all horror talk, okay? Wednesday nights. I'm leaning more towards 9 p.m. Central instead of doing later streams. But Friday nights is still going to be our traditional Scream Talk, 10 p.m. Central. So yeah, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I'll put something up more later. You'll see it on the members tab. Working all the stuff out right now. But how does that sound for y'all? Does that sound like something that y'all could be a part of? Is that enough of my face to go around for the week? It's Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I don't know. I don't know if y'all need that much Destin in your life, but or some Destination Station. But yeah, I want to hear from y'all. Let's go to the chat and see what's up tonight. Let me know what y'all did last night and how you rang in the new year. I really want to know. Oh, we already got Larry Warner in the house. What's up, Destin? What's up, everybody? Happy New Year. Happy New Year, brother. Got a little bit of champagne still left over from last night, kind of sipping on it. Yeah, man. Thank you again, man. I hope you heard everything that I said earlier. You and Kirsten. Oh, I see Kirsten's in the chat as well. Welcome, welcome. Thank y'all again. I just want to give a special shout out to y'all. Y'all are too good. Y'all are too good of friends. Y'all are family. Let's just say that. Let's see who else we got in the house tonight. We got Melissa in the house. Hey, Destin. Hey, Larry. What's up, Melissa? Welcome to the party. Let's see here. Larry says Strangers Trilogy, Night Swim, Blade, if that does come out for 2024. Terrifier 3 and Stream. Okay, I have to look into Stream. But yeah, man, that's you're on it, Larry, because I'm really looking forward to the Strangers Trilogy. I really want to see what Rennie Harlin is going to do with this trilogy. And to know that we're getting 3 movies like back to back. What is this, Lord of the Rings? I'm really looking forward to it. Strangers is always one of my favorite horror movies. It just the dread of that first one. I even like the second one. But something about that first movie that just felt real, and it was scary. It wasn't like over gory or anything like that. It leaned towards dread, and it was suspenseful. And I'll always say the best horror movies has the best suspense. If your horror movie has some really good suspense, that's a good damn horror movie. You got to blend both of them together, and I think The Strangers are great. Rennie Harlin is a very, very, well director. That's one of the directors I have in mind. I want to see what he does with the Strangers Trilogy before I really make my mind up about what I'm about to say. But he's done some really great work in the past. He did Nightmare 4. That was his first American film. He did Die Hard 2, Die Harder. Great action movie. He did Deep Blue Sea. That was one of the best shark movies of mine. And just his style. And then he did Mindhunters, another really well whodunit thriller. Really love Mindhunters. I'm a real sucker for that movie. That's one of my favorites. Don't get enough love. Need to show some more love of that on my channel. Not the Netflix show. I have to keep putting that out there. Not Mindhunter on Netflix. This is the movie Mindhunters. I think it came out in like 2003 or something. I'm not quite sure. I could be wrong about the date. Really good whodunit. Keeps you guessing. But what I was going to say is, if he still has it, if he still shows that he's got what it takes to be in that director's chair with this new Strangers trilogy, he may be a great choice for Scream 7 now that Christopher Landon's out. It's just an idea. I really want to see what he does, though, before I really, stick to that. Night Swim looks very interesting. If I'm not mistaken, I think it's another PG-13 film, right? Horror film, but that doesn't really matter when it's coming from like Blumhouse. I believe Night Swim is a Blumhouse film. It does look very creepy. It looks pretty cool. Blade, I'm really looking forward to it. If we ever see the light of day of it, that's been going through production hell. Terrifier 3 is going to be a lot of fun. That's a series that did not have me at the beginning, but Terrifier 2 really stuck with me. I kind of was like, okay, I'm starting to like it a little bit more. Still wasn't like sold on the whole thing, but then Terrifier 3, I'm like, okay, let's see what they got. It's one of those movies I feel like it's going to gradually get better with the bigger budget that they get. Stream, I don't know what the hell that is. But I'm going to look into it. Melissa says she wants another Halloween. Yeah, I'm always up for another Halloween movie. Especially you wanted Halloween Ends to just hit the landing on that. And for some reason, I don't think it's a horrible movie or anything, but it's not the ending that I was hoping for. And it's it's kind of I feel like it's more of a one-off. Yeah, we definitely need something. We need to move away from the Laurie Strode angle for sure. Oliver Hartung is in the house. Sorry if I'm butchering your name, buddy. Hello, my friend. How are you? Welcome to the party. And here's to 2024, everybody. I love you all. Old faces, new faces. Yeah. I'm really excited for this year. We're going to make this year our bitch. That's what I'm saying. Mayan says, hey everyone, what's up, Mayan? Welcome to the party. Wow, y'all are showing up tonight. Okay. This was kind of like a spontaneous little stream I had going on here, it was kind of like, they might be kind of mad at me because I didn't go live last night. So yeah, I'm glad to see that y'all are still showing up, showing some love. Hope everything is going well. It's the first 24 hours of the new year. I hope it's going well. Keep the celebration going. Let's keep positive vibes all 2024, right? Hell yeah. Don't want no negativity. Hello, man. Let's see here. Who else we got in the house? Extron, what's up, buddy? Welcome, bro. What is your most anticipated horror movie of 2024? I have so many. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Oliver says, Saw 11 is the next one I'm waiting for. I know, wasn't that such a pleasant surprise, to hear that Saw 11 is, greenlit, and even, in the dumps of all this damn negative Scream 7 news, Saw is there to kind of, save the day a little bit, I feel like, kind of give us, something really, really to look forward to, even though there's so many other great horror movies coming out. I always looked at Saw yeah, it has some not so great entries, but back then in the 2000s, it was it was that movie that was different than all the other supernatural and exorcism movies that were coming out that we were getting a lot of around that time, around that decade. And Saw was there to scratch that itch. It was it's not exactly a slasher movie, but it's close enough. We got some slashing, we got some gashing, we got all that going on in the movie. So yeah, it was that saving grace for us slasher fans, I feel like. Anyways, it was something that was it wasn't the best, but I'd rather have seen this than the exorcism of the haunting whatever, Cause yeah, those were just coming back and it was that's all that was being made at that time. So yeah, Saw 11, Saw 10 was great. Yes, I feel like that I wanted just a little bit more out of Saw 10, but it was definitely a solid entry. It was a solid entry. I just want a little bit more, but, you know, Saw 11 might deliver on that little bit more. You know, I just hope they do it right. And I'm curious how they're going to do it. And are they going to acknowledge Spiral at any given time? That's what I want to know. Let's see here. Yeah, we had a good time last night. It was a good time. Larry Warren said, looking forward to the mom streams. Members only Mondays. Yes, streams. Let me know about Thanksgiving watch party. Yes, I am getting ready to reach out to you and Kirsten and see what's a good date for y'all. And so yeah, we're definitely going to put something together. Be looking out. I'll reach out to you probably on Instagram. So yeah, very, very soon. Very soon. If you have not seen Thanksgiving, wow, what a great surprise. No spoilers or anything like that if you have seen it, because if I'm not mistaken, I think Larry and Kirsten have not seen it yet, so their first time watch is probably going to be right here on Destination Station. And if you want to become a member, consider it. And we can do watch parties together. We can do games. I'm actually thinking about something that I've been wanting to work on for a while. Is I want to do like a whodunit stream. Wouldn't that be fun for members only? Like if we could get some of the other YouTubers and content creators on, and we came up with like this concept of like a clue, but we're all like narrowing down who did it. You know, like we have somebody that's narrating it and gives us this whole backstory and setup. But then, you know, it's up to the members of the chat to figure out who actually is the killer. You know, kind of like Among Us. If you ever played that game, my kids love that game. Mayan says, I'm looking forward to Maxine. Yes, Mayan. Maxine, I think, is going to be great. And it's a whodunit. I think it's going to be so great. I loved X. I loved Pearl even more. I'm just such a big fan of Pearl. Like, I could watch that movie right now. I don't know what it is. It was just like, I wasn't expecting it to be that good. I was actually going into it being like, oh, this ain't going to be as good as X. And I came out loving it more than X. So, nothing to take away from X. X is great on its own, but that's what it's like. It's like these three movies seem like they're going to be like all connected, obviously, but they're all going to feel like their own type of movie. I kind of love that. What Ty West is doing is awesome. And we got an update very recent that I think we're going to get Maxine sooner than later. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think Maxine is going... Something was shown that it's going to be out early of 2024. I think around February or March, if I'm not mistaken. I think we're going to be seeing it pretty soon. So we should be getting a really good trailer, like a full trailer, very, very soon. Be expecting a lot of marketing around that very, very soon. I can't wait. I can't wait for Maxine. I think it's going to be awesome. And I hope it's one of those whodunit movies that keep you guessing to the very end. You know, like that's one thing I want to be jaw dropped. Oh, I wasn't expecting that. That's what I want. I want that feeling. You know that feeling? I know that feeling. Like the 2 movie of The Strangers. Yeah, I did too. I really did too. Even Strangers 2, even though it was kind of started taking a little bit of a supernatural angle, I love some of the stuff they did with it. I was very like, when it first came on, I was kind of like, oh man, this isn't going to be as good. But actually, it's pretty solid. It's a pretty solid movie. I love where it goes. The climax was awesome. Love the pool scene. That scene keep you on the edge of your toes. So yeah, I'm really curious of what they're going to do with the new Strangers movies. Are they going to resurface? With it being like 3 movies, how do you stretch The Strangers out in 3 movies? And it's its own thing. Are we going to be like, is it going to be so stretched out that it feels like all this could have been one movie, but there's a lot of slow parts? Because did y'all see that, like, that scene that was released? I think it's on YouTube and everything, so you can watch it. But I was sitting there, and just from that scene alone, I was like, hurry it up. I hope the whole movie doesn't feel like that. You know, I hope it's one of those movies that is really intense. And I hope it's something smart up their sleeve. You know, like I hope Rennie Harlin knocks it out the park. I'm glad he's stepping back into horror. That's super awesome. And if it hits, he might be the top choice for a Scream 7 director. For sure. Yes. Let's see. Val is in the house. Good evening to all you fine people. Hey, Val. Welcome to the party, General. Love you, Val. Always can count on Val. Val is a trooper. Larry says, not really hard, but I'm excited for Twisters too. I love the 1996 film. Yes, Larry. You know what? It still has that thriller vibe, right? It might be like a natural disaster type feel, but like the tone of Twister, there was actually some kind of horrifying moments in there that was kind of scary. It wasn't like cheesy, you know, really, except for the cow. But I am looking forward to Twisters. And I keep hearing, like, I thought it was going to be a sequel to Twister, but now I'm hearing it's its own thing. So I don't really know what they're really doing with the project, but I am very, very excited to see it. And yeah, I'm excited. Bill Paxton, rest in peace. It's going to be hard to replace that. I don't know what's going on with Helen Hunt these days, but she's kind of been out of the limelight for a while. So, but man, Twisters. I hope it's one of those natural disaster movies that doesn't get too goofy. You know, don't take it to a goofy level. Let's get back serious. Let's make it somewhat scary. You know. So yeah. Larry, did you ever see Night of the Twisters with a young Devon Sawa back in the day? I think, was it like made for TV or something? I just remember watching that whenever I was younger. Might have to do a little watch party on that. That might be one of those film roasts, right? Like we do film roast here on Destination Station as well. So we try to watch some, you know, so good they're bad movies, you know, like Leprechaun in the Hood. I think the next one we're supposed to be doing is Night of the Creeps. I've never seen Night of the Creeps, so that's supposed to be the very next one we do. So yeah, if you want to hang out with some film roast and come by and roast some crazy movies, feel free. Let's see here. Awesome. Let's look. I was going through the list over here, and I almost kind of forgot all the good stuff that's coming out. I mean, you know, it's already been mentioned. Night Swim is coming out. We got another one, Imaginary. Did anybody see that trailer of Imaginary with that little teddy bear? I'm really curious of what they're going to do with that. Like, when I first saw the trailer, I don't know what it was. I wasn't really impressed. But then I saw the trailer again when I was at the movie theater, and I was like really, really watching it. And I was like, oh, this might actually be really, really good. It was kind of cool. You know, how the bear kind of like, you know, gets big or whatever. Like, I was like, oh, that reminded me of that scene. There was a scene whenever I was a child, and to this day, I still think about it. And the movie's probably not scary, but it's a movie called Dolls. You ever seen that movie? You probably remember the cover if you ever went to a Blockbuster or a Family Video back in the day. And on the cover, it's like a little doll, like laying down, and I think she had like her eyeballs in her hand or something. I can't really remember, or she was missing her eyeballs. That movie used to scare me as a kid. That movie used to really, really terrify me. And it was actually like, there was this scene, I want to say maybe it was the beginning, where this little kid had a teddy bear. And they like break down on the side of the road or something. I can vaguely remember this. And the dad or the mom or something throws his teddy bear into the dark woods next to the road. Well, then you hear like this growling, like this big bear come out and like kill his parents. That always scared me. I don't know why that scared me when I was a kid. It probably something that didn't age very well if you watch it nowadays. But when I watched it back then, it scared me. And Imaginary reminded me of that scene with the whole bear thing. So I don't know if that was intentional, but yeah, it did it. We also got Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey 2. I still haven't seen the first Winnie the Pooh movie. I heard not so great things about it, so I'm not in no rush to see it. Let me know if you've seen it. Should I watch it? Should I watch it here? Should we do a live stream on it and do a watch party? Or should it be more on Film Roast? I feel like it should be like one of those movies on Film Roast. Did you hear that Mickey Mouse is now public domain? And we already got like a horror Mickey Mouse game coming out. So expect like a horror movie Mickey Mouse movie coming out. So yeah, just like The Grinch. Well, I guess like that was the main one. But then we had Winnie the Pooh. I think like Robin Hood is a public domain. There's several things that is public domain. Let's make y'all want to make a horror Mickey Mouse movie? Trapped in the Magic Kingdom and Mickey Mouse is trying to kill you or something. There's another movie coming out that I wasn't too familiar with, and I'm not even sure if there's a trailer out yet, but The First Omen. The First Omen is coming out. It's got Bill Nighy, Ralph Ineson, Neil Tiger, and Sonia Braga. I know Bill Nighy is, but I think I might be saying his name wrong, but that's how I say it. We also got a untitled monster thriller for Universal Pictures project. Plot is under wraps. It's got Dan Stevens in it though, and Catherine Newton. So, kind of curious to see what that is. I know we're supposed to be getting a Wolfman movie. I know Ryan Gosling kind of dropped out of that, and somebody else took over. So I'm kind of seeing, like I say we need a Creature from the Black Lagoon. We need one of those movies, right? There's supposed to be one that came out years ago with Scarlett Johansson, and the film never got off its feet. So I'd like to see something like that. Like, I always like a new take on. I even like The Wolfman, with Benicio del Toro. I liked that. Some of the Dracula movies are pretty cool. We do have a Nosferatu movie coming out. I'm really looking forward to that. Obviously, Strangers Chapter 1 is coming out. We got The Watcher. We also, I actually forgot about this one, but A Quiet Place Day 1 is coming out June 28th. So we should be getting a lot of information on it coming up. So it's going to be a prequel showing, like, I guess, day one of when the creatures started to emerge. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. There's an M. Night Shyamalan movie coming out. It's supposed to be released on August 2nd called The Trap. Plot is under wraps right now, but Josh Hartnett's going to be in it. Wow. I'm glad Josh Hartnett's coming back. I'm a fan of him. I loved him in Halloween H2O. That's what they should do. Let's do a sequel to Halloween H2O and do Resurrection, get rid of that, and let's have John Tate come back. I think that was his name in that movie. Josh Hartnett was in Oppenheimer recently. Did a great job. Big movie, right? So he's coming back, and it looks like he's coming back to horror with the M. Night Shyamalama Ding Dong. M. Night Shyamalan, he's always a hit or miss, but he has more hits than misses. Even his misses are kind of like I can find some sort of enjoyment out of it. They might be just one-time watches, but most of his movies are one-time watches. But yeah, I'm really looking forward Josh Hartnett coming back to the horror game. At least like even being in like Oppenheimer, like he could become like a really big A-lister, pretty soon. M. Night Shyamalan is mystery, thriller, somewhat horror type of director, so it's not like he's going full-blown like slasher or something, But it is cool to see him coming back. I've always liked Josh Hartnett. Black Hawk Down. You ever seen Black Hawk Down? That was a really good film with Josh Hartnett. He was up and coming, man. He was the shit back in the day. We got the new Alien Romulus coming out August 16th. New Alien movie from Fede Alvarez. So yeah, that's going to be interesting. It's supposed to be, but the only thing about it is like it's our leads are a bunch of young people. I just hit my mic. Our leads are a bunch of young people, and whenever you start off like in my Alien movie, is that really what I want to see? Is a bunch of young people with alien? Like, I wonder what he's gonna do. Fede Alvarez is gonna do with it. Is he gonna make like a smaller production here? You know, like. It could be really cool. I'm expecting a lot of gore. We might see one of the goriest Alien movies of ever. But I kind of like a little action with my Alien movies. You know, I'm just to that point to where it's like with Predator. I like the horror aspect of it, the dread, the suspense and stuff, the creature feature. But I also I just like just a little bit of action with it. But if it's just like a bunch of young people and they're just, you know, like dumb characters. Like, okay, so it kind of reminds me of, I haven't seen, you know, none of us have seen the trailer yet, but it kind of reminds me whenever we saw the trailer to The Hills Have Eyes 2. The Hills Have Eyes remake was great, and Wes Craven's was phenomenal, but Hills Have Eyes 2 was, it showed like it was going to be like these army trainees or something out in the field, and I was like, oh, this looks really awesome. But once you see the movie, they're dumb trainees. They're just stupid young people. And it's just like, I felt like that, even though there's some parts of the movie that I did like, that just brings it down when you got like dumb young people. Like, if they are going to be young people, make them smart, you know? And especially if they're like trainees or something. Like, I was like, oh, we're going to get a little bit of action with Hills Have Eyes. And we did. Hills Have Eyes 2. And we did, but not to what I wanted. It was still just a bunch of dumb characters making dumb choices and saying dumb, stupid lines. I don't want that in my Alien movie. That's the only thing that I'm worried about. Obviously, we're getting Saw 11. So yeah, definitely looking forward to a lot of these. A lot of these, I wasn't even very aware that they already have release dates for 2024. So you may have. If not, here you go. Something else to look forward to. Let's see here. Let's get back to the chat for a minute. Let's see what y'all are all talking about. Val says, Long Way Down from Twister soundtrack is on my playlist. I remember having the soundtrack to Twister. And, yeah, I remember Long Way. I'm not going to sing it. I'm not a singer. But yeah, that's a cool little song. That's I remember that being like a big song around that time, you know, like yeah. I was like that kid that instead of buying like the new big artist CD, I was out buying soundtracks to movies, you know, like Scream and all that. Like I had all the CDs to Scream, I Know What You Did Last Summer, all these soundtracks. I was like a big soundtrack person. So yeah, a lot of my friends thought I was weird because of that. I remember they were like, what are you doing there? I'm like, I don't know. I'm doing me. You do you, and I'll do me. How about that? That's what I wanted to tell them. All right. Yeah, Long Way Down was awesome. Let's see here. Kirsten says, I love Twister. Can't wait for the new one. Yeah. I hope they make it serious. I hope they make it fun. Maybe like a little bit of adventurous, you know. Oliver says you can always count on Saw every year. Yeah, back in the day you could. That was the one thing to look forward to every October. So yeah, I wonder if they're going to start that trend because we're getting another Saw movie, you know, a year later. So yeah, trivia was always fun. We will definitely do trivia for members only Mondays, Kirsten. That's definitely on the table. I just want to bring some other new stuff to the table as well. So yeah. Yeah, we'll definitely do some horror trivia. Oliver says, from what I've heard, they might do a sequel to Spiral after they do Saw 11 and 12. That would be cool. That would be cool. I don't even know if I want like a direct sequel to Spiral. I just want it to be connected in some way, you know? I think that would be really, really cool. Wouldn't it have been cool to like see like whatever happens at the very end of Spiral, and it kind of like just transitions, like into our new thing. We might get that with Saw 11 and 12. I thought we may be able to get that with Saw 10, but it didn't happen. So yeah, is Saw 11 and 12 going to be set between? Is it going to be a direct sequel to Saw 10, or are we going to jump at any point? Like, I really don't know what to expect. How much can you squeeze in between, Saw 2 and 3? I'm just wondering. Oh, good, Larry. I'm glad you think so. 'Cause that's all that matters. I want it to be fun for y'all. I don't want it to be something that's like, I don't want to show up for that. I want y'all to show up for it. So any type of ideas or anything that y'all have, throw them my way. I'm open ears. So yeah. Andrea McCod is in the house. Yes, it's going to be their daughter going the Chasing and Twister. Yeah, that's what I heard, but then I heard something recently. They decided to scrap the whole connection to the first Twister, and they're doing their own thing. So, I don't know. I mean, that could have been wrong information. So, I'm just ready to see something good. It's been a long time for us to have a good Twister movie. I mean, we got an Independence Day sequel before we even got a Twister sequel. Twister was awesome. Twister still looks good to today. Carson says, I remember Night of the Twisters. Yeah. Yep. From what I can remember, it wasn't that bad for a made-for-TV movie. Larry says, I'm not interested in the Winnie the Pooh horror film, but I'd be down to watch it here. That could be fun. Yeah, see, that's how I feel too, Larry. I'm not in no rush in seeing Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey, or even the second film. But it might be fun to roast it. Get us all together on a stream and us just watch this horrible movie and just talk shit about it. Just rip it apart. I'd do that. If you're down, I'm down. Mayanne says, they already have Mickey Mouse horror movie coming out. Yeah. Probably going to get a few of those. That's going to be crazy. Disney's about to get pissed. It's going to be like, whatever they come up with, if they come up with like this new costume, can you imagine like wearing that at Halloween and scaring the kiddos that love Mickey Mouse? It's kind of wrong, but it's funny too. My son loved Mickey Mouse. I think I got him like so many different versions of the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse thing or whatever. So yeah, and he always said, I got him like all the little toys, little action figures and stuff. And when he was playing with his toys and he's like, Dad, you want to play? And I'd play with him, and he'd always go to Goofy and say, this is you, Dad. And I'm like, what? Okay. Thanks, son. My boy. Extron says, Cody Leach did a review for Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey. And the director, I'm pretty sure, came at him for saying he didn't really like the film. Really? The director came at him for saying he didn't like the film? It's whatever. I watch some of Cody Leach's stuff. I don't always agree with his opinion, but yeah, I casually watch him every now and then. If it's something I'm looking forward to. I didn't see that review of his on Winnie the Pooh. Maybe he said something like really bad about it, or maybe he said something personal about the director or something that made the director come. If you're a director, keep it professional. You're putting a product out there. You're gonna get judged one way or the other. That's part of the business. Some are gonna like it, some are gonna hate it. But you should always expect trash talk. That's even doing any type of content, even like here on YouTube. Like if you can't handle that comment section, just talking like trolls, if it gets to you too bad, like you might want to, rethink your whole self. You putting yourself out there online, because it's going to happen one way or the other. People hate just to hate. You got to take the good with the bad. Yeah, my poor Mickey. That's crazy, right? Oh, my buddy Eric, the Bearded Entertainment's in the house. What's up, brother? Am I the only one who never got into A Quiet Place? Just never did it for me. Dude, I loved A Quiet Place. I thought it was really well directed. I thought the first and the second one, I just loved the whole, just the vibe of it. That's one of those movies that was suspenseful. Even though it was PG-13, what John Krasinski did with that, like, he's a very well filmmaker. There's not a whole lot being said throughout the movie, but like there's dread. There's that suspense that I'm talking about, kind of like with The Strangers, but with Creatures, which kind of takes it to another level. I loved it. Yeah. Seeing it in the theater, the sound design in that movie is so awesome. So yeah, yeah, I really like A Quiet Place. Bearded said I loved him at H2O and The Faculty. Yes. The Faculty is another movie that doesn't get enough love. You know, Josh Hartnett, yes, he was great in both. But The Faculty, I would love to see a sequel to The Faculty, or even if it came to streaming. Like, that would be, I always said Urban Legend and The Faculty would be great series. You know, like every season on Urban Legend would be a different type of Urban Legend, but you could still keep it like slasher-esque, you know? But we're like following a different type of, like it starts off with like a different type of urban legend, but it always keeps it like that whodunit slasher element. That's how I would really want it. I know some urban legends, it's kind of weird to kind of like integrate that, but that's what I want. The Faculty, awesome. Written by Kevin Williamson the Great and directed by Robert Rodriguez. Robert Rodriguez, love or hate him, because he does have some like really hammy projects out there, but what he was able to do with From Dusk Till Dawn, what he was able to do with The Faculty, other projects, you know, I just, Robert Rodriguez, when he really wants to make a serious movie and make a really fun, entertaining movie, he can do it. He's capable. And he's another one up there as a director that I wouldn't mind seeing do a Scream movie. Think about it, doing Kevin Williamson as the writer and Robert Rodriguez to do the directing of a Scream 7 or Scream 8. And what they did with The Faculty. Man, that's one thing I love about The Faculty as well, is that their character development. You really liked all the characters pretty much. They gave every one of them time to shine. They felt like real kids. They felt like a real group coming together. I loved how they came together. It wasn't an overly scary movie, but it was fun, you know. But yeah, both of them are great. Let's see here. Yeah, absolutely. Larry Warner said, that's ridiculous. There's good, bad reviews out there. Literally every movie except JC Reborn. Those are all bad. Yeah, Extron, that's what I'm saying. I liked a lot of movie soundtracks. There's a lot of like music out there that's in these movies that like didn't get the shine, and it's kind of like, dang, that was really good. I kind of like that. Kind of puts that vibe in it. Like what's your favorite horror movie soundtrack? That's a good question, right? One of my favorite horror movie soundtracks is Disturbing Behavior. That movie and The Faculty. Faculty's got a great soundtrack as well. So Scream had a good soundtrack. I always like those like alternative rock music, you know, like think of the movie Fear with Mark Wahlberg and Reese Witherspoon, like with Bush on the soundtrack, which I saw Bush in concert not too long ago. That, you know, that like Bush was all over that soundtrack. Like it's just like it just sets the tone for certain movies, and I love it. It's a good. I mean, like your whole movie doesn't need to be a big music video or nothing like that, but if they're placed right, it can really elevate the movie. So yeah, what's your favorite horror movie soundtrack? What would you listen to in your car? Or working out at the gym, whatever. Extron says, I like a lot of wrestling soundtracks too. Okay, nice. I never was, to be honest, I never was the biggest wrestling fan. It wasn't that I didn't like it or anything like that. I just never really got into it. But yeah, I can see that though. I can see that. That's cool. Cody Ghostface, hey Destin, Happy New Year. Happy New Year, brother. Welcome to the party. Missed you. Glad you're here. I hope you're starting off this new year doing it right. We're gonna make 2024 our bitch. All right. This is the year we make a lot of dreams come true. We're gonna take this channel to another level. I'm going to do a lot of things that I've always said that I wanted to do. I'm doing it. I'm tired of waiting. I'd say like the second half of 2023 was kind of a rough year for me, and I feel like I've kind of dug myself out of that, and not giving away too many details. Some of you that are close to me, y'all know some stuff, and I appreciate y'all checking on me and being there for me. Y'all are absolutely wonderful, and I appreciate every single one of y'all. But this year, I'm not focused on any negativity. I am going to get some of my projects I've always wanted to do, like, get off the ground. I'm really going to strive to get that done. And I'm really going to start getting more into one thing I've always wanted to do is get into real estate. Like, I want to buy investment properties. So that's a big goal of mine for this year. I know that the market is kind of crazy right now, but hopefully we get it a little bit better this year. It sounds like we may. Stuff's going to start coming down, but yeah, that's a big goal of mine. I've always wanted to. Des is ready to retire. Let's see here. Oliver says Saw 11 is supposed to be a direct sequel to X, and before 3, Saw 12 is supposed to be a direct sequel to Saw 3D. Have Hoffman versus Dr. Gordon. Maybe. I don't know too much about Saw 12. But yeah, that's what I assumed, that Saw 11 is going to be a direct sequel to 10. Just kind of want to see what they're going to do. Like Saw 10 was so good, and now we're getting a movie directly after. I hope this is something that they already had like written up and in the works. It's not going to be something that's rushed together, and we get another, lackluster entry like we did with some of the Saw movies. That's all I want. Let's don't end up in the same place that we were at, because I really think Saw's got so much potential, and it's great. They're a lot of fun. They're always welcomed. Let's see here. Andrea says, that may be better than for it. I would love to see some of the original characters back for this one. Which one are we talking about? We talking about Saw? I might be behind a little bit. Maybe I missed a comment or something. Cody says, I'm surprised Disney hasn't done anything to Winnie the Pooh horror movie. They really can't. It's public domain now. Once it becomes public domain, as long as you don't cross like certain lines, it's fair game. I mean, they could try, but it wouldn't hold up. Cody also says, only way they can save Scream 7 is if they apologize to those who they have hurt in the process and bring back Stu and have Stu versus Sydney and Sam. Yeah, I don't know if it's the only way that they can save Scream 7. Yes, that would be great. That would be awesome that they did do something like that. But would it be a forced apology? I feel like it would be at this point. And would they go public with it? That's the thing. They would have to go public with it and acknowledge their wrongs and try to get us back on their side a little bit. But it would all feel like a little bit forced, because right now they've kind of shot themselves in the foot, and I'm pretty sure they're kind of freaking out right now. They didn't realize what they were doing at the moment. They got this fat paycheck after Scream 6, and they Gary Barber is a stinky ass turd. Also, speaking of Gary Barber, if you're just coming in and coming out and everything, smash that like button for me. Smash it like it's Gary Barber's fucking nose. Smash it so hard that his face is kind of like squishy already. Let's squish it just a little bit more. I don't know. Something about that guy. He just has a slappable face, right? So yeah. Because I know some people, they jump in, they jump out, they come back and everything. But I'm really trying to work on that algorithm. It helps out the channel a lot, more than you know. So smashing that like button really, really means a lot to me. Let's see here. Where was I? Oh, we got a new member in the house. Super chats and stuff, they do go to the front of the line and everything. And especially members over here. Oliver Harting became a YouTube member. Thank you, Oliver. Wow, that is super awesome, man. Be looking out for some exclusive content. Members only Monday live streams. We're going to do special screenings of stuff. We're going to do extra games and activities. Also, you're not even just limited to that. So, welcome aboard. Become an official stationeer. Become a part of the Horror Fam. And it's not going to be limited to just members only Mondays. That's just for y'all's eyes only. But you can still join me on other live streams when we have other guests, when we do Scream Talk, or we do Dose of Horror on Wednesday nights, whatever the case may be. So yes, thank you so much. Everybody, welcome Oliver aboard. Welcome to the party. Welcome to the Horror Fam, and thank you so much, buddy. Be looking out this week for some updates on our members' exclusive content. Glad to have you, man. Super awesome. And if anybody else wants to become a member and have those exclusive perks and content, consider becoming a member, just like our buddy Oliver here. So yeah, love you all. Appreciate you all. Oliver, you're super awesome. Let's get this party started. We're starting 2024 off right. Here's to this. Here's to you, Oliver. I think you deserve a video, and I'm trying to think of the right one. And I got some new videos I am going to be adding by the end of this week. By the time we do Scream Talk Friday night, this Friday night, 10 p.m. Central, I'll have some new videos up here. But for now, if you haven't seen some of them, we're about to watch a clip. Happy 2024. Let's see. What would Oliver like? Any suggestions, anybody in the chat? What's some of your favorite clips that I throw out here? I know some of it is like, we've beat them down like a dead horse. But I know some always love this one. It's an oldie but goodie. The shark never gets old. The shark just never gets old. I have another one. If it's kind of a long one. But you know what, you remember. You deserve a little bit. If you're sensitive to certain things, there is a lot of language in this one. It's an oldie. I haven't played it on the channel in quite some time. But I think we should give Oliver another one, right? So yeah. Here we go.
Rag'em, rack ball. Rag'em, rag'em, rack ball. Allah! Ha ha, rag ball. Allah! Rack ball.
What's your name, man?
Willie James, better known as fucking chicken, as Allah Rack ball. Hello! Let me pull on your dick a little while.
No.
I heard about that big old dick you got. Rack ball. I'm showing who wants to hide now. Pimp, nasty, funky pimp, and stinking chicken. Rack. But now 144 Magnolia Street, I seen through the window of that house. They was in White Road fucking one another in the air like a choo-choo train. All sisters going to hell. You gonna fuck me? Hello! Pardon I hey. Rag'em. Pardon I hey. She crazy yellow daisy. Bum, bum, bum. Sure, she come on like a roll. Bum, bum.
Rack, rag'em, rack, rag'em, rack, rag'em, rack ball.
Bum, bum, bum. Hello. Rack ball.
Willie,
Go long talk.
Willie, you kind of spit when you talk, man.
That's the Holy Spirit. I don't spit it.
So that's the Holy Spirit spitting, not you?
Automatically, systematic.
Okay, I can't show the whole entire video. It's a little long, and I don't want to get demonetized on here. So, I know some of y'all are like, what the hell is this? This is a video I haven't seen in years. Resurfaced not too long ago, and I was like, oh, I gotta add that to the streams, because it's pretty goofy. But it does have some vulgar language. Hopefully it didn't offend anybody. I love you all. Oliver, thank you again becoming a new member, an official stationeer. Be looking out this week. We got some exclusive content every Monday night. Members only Monday. You know, we're going to start like a chant. You know, mom, 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 mom. Hashtag mom. But yeah, love you all. Thank you again. And I'll see you soon. Sorry for the long video. I know some of y'all are like, all right, this is a little lengthy here. Let's see, where was I? Mayan said Gorsh in my best Goofy's voice. Yeah. That's what my son says. He's like, Dad, this is you. He'll like hold up the little action figure and be like, this is you. I'm like, oh, thanks, son. Appreciate that. Bearded said, so it's not the modern Mickey. The only one going into public domain is the Steamboat Willie version. Yeah, I know. The like black and white one from like way back in the day that you would see almost like at the beginning of like certain Disney movies and stuff. Yeah, like the old school Mickey. Yeah, that's the only one that's public domain. But it's still Mickey Mouse. Let's see here. Bearded said they're remaking The Faculty. Robert Rodriguez is remaking The Faculty next year. Send me some of that. I wasn't aware of that. Apparently Robert Rodriguez's studio is in Austin, Texas, which is like what, almost 3 hours away from Dallas, from where I'm at right now. So yeah, I've always wanted to go down there and check that out. Wow, dude. That would be awesome. I don't know if I want a remake. I would like a reboot, and it be like a, you know, loosely connected to the first movie. You know, bring Josh Hartnett back. He's producing it. Oh, okay. That should be good. I hope so, because it was a little bit of ahead of its time. I don't feel like it ever got the love that it deserved. Does anybody remember whenever they were advertising The Faculty that everybody was wearing like Tommy Hilfiger and all the promotional ads and stuff? It was weird. And then Usher was like supposed to be like one of the main cast. He was like on the poster. He's on all the ads and stuff. And then like he's like what, in like 3 scenes or something like that, and like not part of the main group. I kind of got irritated. I was like, man, why isn't Usher part of this main group here? That would have been cool. Cody says, not to steal Knight's thing, but Hotate Gail Weathers should have died in Scream 5, not Deputy Dooley. Yes. I've always said that. I would much rather Dewey still be around and Gail bite the bullet, bite the knife, whatever, take the knife. But yeah, good Hotate. And yes, there's a lot of ways you could bring Dewey back, and I don't know if that's what they're really going to do, because it's not really Scream's thing to like go back and retcon anything. It's always been a continuation. I think that's what's always made it real special and made it unique than all the other, you know, big slasher movies or horror movies. Is we don't have any timelines. It's all, everything is a direct sequel, and that's what I've always liked about Scream. I don't really want to do that. I know some people would want a direct sequel to Scream 4 and get Dewey back and some others. I also wouldn't even mind, like, think about the only way if they did retcon anything is I would like them to do a direct sequel to Scream 1. Kind of like what they've been doing with all the other stuff. And all our characters are older now. We could get Jamie Kennedy back. We could get a lot of characters back. And Cotton Weary could be back. And I just think that would be really cool. Like, they're older now. We're kind of like, we got all the original cast and legacy characters. I really felt like, even though I love Scream 2, I love Scream 3, Scream 4, probably my least favorite. Don't hate me. But it's still a solid entry. It's still really good. They started walking that fine line of scary movie and being too goofy with, and that's where I feel like it was like a lot of people confuse Scary Movie with Scream and vice versa. And it's really because Stab was introduced in Scream 2 and it was goofy. You know, like every shot or footage we saw of Stab was goofy. And it kind of felt like a Scary Movie spin-off type thing, you know, like, so that's where it went too meta. It went too much like that. I think if they did away with Stab, we could get this movie back to its roots and it could be a lot better. I think that would be cool to see like a direct sequel to Scream 1. You know, yeah, as much as I love the entire franchise, I'd rather see a direct sequel to Scream 1 than just Scream 4. But then you probably wouldn't get Kirby in there or some of these other characters. So, Judy Hicks. So I don't know. It's going to be very interesting on what they decide to do. But Gale Weathers should have died in Scream 1. I'm just kidding. Maybe Scream 3. Definitely Scream 4. Kirsten says Scream has a great soundtrack. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. It really does. Don't Fear the Reaper. Man, that just set the mood, right? Cody says Freddy vs. Jason, such good metal bangers. Yes, Freddy vs. Jason. It was good too. Faculty remake. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Cody says, Larry, have Tom Holland take Elijah Wood's place. Ha ha ha. Wow. Wouldn't that be crazy if Tom Holland was like the first one to die? Like, you think he's going to be the hero of the movie and then he gets like taken out real quick. Spider-Man just got. Yeah, I love Stone Cold Steve Austin's theme song. Yep. I get it, man. I really do. Hey, Denisha, welcome. Good to see you. It's been a while. It's been a minute. Hope you're doing well tonight. Hope you're starting off 2024 the right way. Oh, I didn't see that either. Let's see here. So, some other movies we're supposed to be getting this year. In October 18th, a movie that I'm really looking forward to. We hardly know not much about it, and I don't think we're getting the same young lady we got in Smile 1, but Smile 2 is coming out October 18th. Naomi Scott is taking the lead this time around. I don't know how connected it's going to be to the first film, but the way the first movie ended, it was kind of like, how do you really go from there? Don't know if it's really going to like touch on it or if it's just going to be its own separate thing, you know. Naomi Scott, I like her as an actress. She's a very beautiful young lady. She was Jasmine in the new Aladdin remake or whatever. So yeah, I've always said, I was like, oh, she's going to be a big leading person. And so I'm glad to see her get some shine here, for sure. So yeah, Smile 2, I'm really looking forward to. Terrifier 3, you know, Larry brought that up earlier. Nosferatu, I'm looking forward to that. Maxine. We're supposed to get another Return to Silent Hill movie. That would be cool. They're talking about reimagining it's in the works right now. I don't know. There's not a release date, but it's speculated that it's coming out in 2024. Does anybody remember those movies, those covers of The Witchboard? It's supposed to be a reimagining of that. I think it came out in like the 80s, you know, like 1986 or something like that. That would be really cool. We're supposed to be getting a Faces of Death movie, and I don't really want to see that. And I don't know if that's going to be... It's supposed to be like a movie, so I don't know if it's a movie like creating what Face of Death was, or they're going to do a different type of spin on it. But Faces of Death was something you don't remember what Faces of Death was, it's probably a good thing, because it was some real life awful things going on. So I don't know. I feel like they're just more banking off the name, and I don't know. It could be just like a little cash grab. I'm not really excited to see it. Don't really care. So yeah. Let's see here. Thank you, Larry. Yes, welcome to the fam, Oliver. Absolutely. Thank y'all for showing him such a warm welcome. Cody says, have a good stream, Destin. My friend Lexi is wanting to play a game. Have fun, everyone. Be safe. Yeah, man. Have a good night, man. Yeah. Man, there's so many good games that came out this year. I might do some more gameplay streams as well. Just kind of like figure out how to fit it in. I know some of y'all aren't like all into gaming. It's more just movie talk, horror movie talk here. But I do like to play an occasional like good horror game here on the channel. So yeah, haven't done that in a while. Oliver says, I like the one of you and Jamie Kennedy. Jamie Kennedy is so cool, man. He's one of the most chill, laid back guys. I love his channel. Just a cool dude, you know. He doesn't act like he's better than anybody. He's like one of us. He's like just like Randy, you know. He was like the perfect choice for Randy. Tatrarch, Jeff, Unstable Freak. Happy New Year's. I'm looking forward to Saw 11. I hope Tobin Bell can come back for it and play a major role one last time. I doubt it's going to be the last time. As long as Tobin Bell is still in good health and able to do these movies, I think we might get a couple more out of him. But yeah, I think that's a given. I think Tobin Bell will be back. Yeah, for sure. And yes, Happy New Year's to you, buddy. I am looking forward to Saw 11. So yeah, absolutely. Let's see here. Oliver says, although having new killers in every movie is original, but Scream should bring back a killer or two just for fun. That would be cool. You know, like somebody we thought was dead, but isn't. You know, I like that. Kind of like Stu Macher. You know, I got the Stu robe hanging right here for our Scream talk on Friday night. I think that would be awesome. I always like the killers coming back, or even if it's like one of the past victims that we didn't know that was a part of like a past killer. You know, like it was one of the you know, people that got away or something, like a Angelina, or you know, I always thought that maybe what if even Roman, you know, like accomplice was Detective Kincaid, and he kind of got away with the whole thing, you know? Like, I don't know what it was. Like, I love Patrick Dempsey. I love Detective Kincaid's character. But I kind of wanted him to be a killer. And I wanted to see a big showdown between Dewey and Detective Kincaid. So, yeah. That's just what I wanted. Man, you should do the Hidden Gems movie streams like you did before. I enjoyed those. Oh, yeah, like doing Hidden Gems, like movies that don't get enough recognition or love. Good idea, man. Absolutely. That's definitely something that I want to do. Y'all might be getting a lot of me here in 2024 because I have a lot of great ideas. I want to try to spend as much time with y'all as possible. I'd rather be, you know, doing what I love, talking about horror movies with you guys and gals, and watching and showing some love to some movies like these Hidden Gems that we haven't seen in a long time. You know, those movies that like, oh, you forgot about that. Like, you remember it, but you haven't revisited that in a long time. Or maybe a new audience just hasn't seen it, you know? So yeah. That's one thing. I always watch like a lot of like movies that didn't get a lot of recognition. So yeah, man, that's definitely something we can do here. Good call. Thank you. Extron says, if you play a game, play the Exit 8. It came out a month ago. Okay, Exit 8. I haven't heard of that. Is that PC or is it Xbox, PlayStation, PC altogether, or just PC? Because I haven't seen that. I play a little bit of everything. Like I have a Series X. I have a PS5. I have a PSVR 2 and a PC. So obviously I'm right here. But yeah, definitely. I might look into Exit 8 if it's something cool. It's like first person. I like good scary games. I like games, like I love a good horror game. You put on the headphones and you just like going down a corridor with just a flashlight. It doesn't have a lot of action and you just kind of get creeped out. I love it. I mean, I just like being scared. Being scared is the feeling of being alive. What movie is that from? It's not a great movie, but if you can tell me what movie that line is from, you know your shit. You probably already know your shit. But, always like that line from this movie. Not a great movie, but I like the line. Extron said Spider-Man 2002 soundtrack is awesome. Yeah, I think we talked about that recently. A lot of times when I'm playing Call of Duty, like Modern Warfare 3 Warzone or something, or even Zombies, and I'm like, I jump out of the plane, and me and some buddies, we're squatted up, and I'm like parachuting down, and I always like I go live on Twitch too. Like I do like a lot of live streams on Twitch and stuff. Links are down in the description below. It's Des the Pest Gaming on Twitch. But I always like singing that song that was in the Spider-Man soundtrack with Josie Scott and Chad. What's the guy's name from Nickelback? And it's like, they say a hero can save us. Not gonna stand there and wait. That song will get you going. I love Spider-Man. That soundtrack, that's another soundtrack that elevated the movie. But yeah, I sing that, and then I sing that Enrique Iglesias song that's like, I can be your hero, baby. My friends are like, what the hell are you talking about, Destin? And I'll just come down just like shooting. Da, 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 da. I'm like, see, I told y'all. I'm y'all's hero. I saved y'all. Anyways, too nerdy. You never go full nerd. It's PC. I've seen a couple of YouTubers play it. Okay, nice. Okay, I'm going to check into that. Exit 8. Cool. Thanks for bringing me on to that. I'm definitely going to look that up here in just a little bit. Extron says you have to spot anomalies which are unusual differences you have to notice, or else you restart to exit 0. Wow, that's a cool concept. Okay. Wow. So is it like a Metroidvania type, like what do they call those type of games where it's like every time you play it, it's like a different way and you start back from the beginning? That's what I'm thinking you're talking about. Oracle 684 is in the house. What is up? Happy New Year. Destin, I probably misspelled your name. No, you got it. Destin. Destin. Yeah, that's me. I probably misspelled your name here, but what do you think of Resident Evil 4 DLC Separate Ways with Ada Wong? I have Resident Evil 4 and the DLC. I have not played the DLC yet. I've watched some gameplay on it, but I need to re-download that game and play it. It does look really great. I think it's awesome. From what I've seen, I didn't want to watch too much of the gameplay because I do plan on downloading it and playing it. So yeah, love Resident Evil 4, and I know they just came out with a version where you can play Resident Evil 4 on VR with the PSVR 2. So I plan on doing that again, doing another playthrough of that. I've never done it before, but like, how would y'all like me playing VR games here on the channel, like some horror VR games? That would be a lot of fun. That would be, y'all probably see me get my ass kicked. Might be amusing. Extron says, yeah, it's like the same hallway and early exit, but there almost always a difference you have to spot in order to move on. That's a cool concept. I like that, man. I'm gonna look that up. I really am, and if I like it, what I see, I might download it. So, and I might do some gameplay here, right here on YouTube and Twitch and everywhere else. Okay, so I guess we've already kind of talked about all of the upcoming 2024. I guess like there's probably some that we might have missed. I know we're going to get like a new Conjuring movie, The Last Rites, is supposed to be coming out. A new Stephen King movie called The Monkey is supposed to be coming out. Don't know too much about that, but I love me some Stephen King films. Salem's Lot, we're supposed to be getting that as well. It's already completed, so we should be getting a lot of that here soon. There's another movie called, it looks like it's probably a slasher. It's in post-production called All My Friends Are Dead. A group of college friends rent an Airbnb for the biggest music festival of the year. A weekend of partying quickly takes a turn as the group is murdered one by one. Sounds like right up my alley. So yeah. Shelby Oaks. That's one thing that I do want to talk about. Chris Stuckman. If you're not subscribed to Chris Stuckman's channel, he's been making a movie called Shelby Oaks for quite some time now. It's in post-production. Really looking forward to that. Been a big fan of his. I'm glad he's finally making his directorial debut. That's awesome of him. A lot of inspiration there. So yeah, love that guy. Love his channel. So yeah, looking forward to that. Something else that I was looking forward to, and I'm not quite seeing it here on this list. Out Comes the Wolves, Your Monster. That kind of looks like a... Oh, that's the one with... That's got Melissa Barrera in it, called Your Monster. After her life falls apart, soft-spoken actress Laura Franco finds her voice again when she meets a terrifying yet wildly charming monster living in her closet. A romantic comedy horror film about falling in love with your inner rage. Wow. At least we're getting some more Melissa Barrera here soon, right? That's super cool. But yeah, which of these are your most anticipated? Because we've talked about quite a few tonight. Didn't really think I was going to go too far. After I was really just shooting until we went to midnight. We're a little bit over now. I'm glad to see a good little turnout and us hanging out for a little bit and hearing y'all's thoughts of what y'all are interested in seeing for 2024. New year, new horror. Looking forward to a lot of these. Hopefully we get some new news on Scream 7 and what's going on with it. But yeah, we got some good stuff to look forward to. So don't be down in the dumps. We got some good stuff coming on the horizon. So yeah, I love you guys. We got to hang out more often. I'm going to do more live streams. Hopefully y'all like this music in the background. I don't really like just like a quiet background, especially when it's just me. If I had a guest on the channel and we were just like, talking back and forth, that's one thing. But when it's like quiet like this, I like to hear just a little bit of music, and for y'all as well. So yeah, I hope y'all liked it. And if y'all like this here, I'm going to do more of it. Remember, members only Monday. Consider becoming a member and have exclusive content, do some games, watch exclusive screenings of movies just for the members only eyes. Wednesday night, it's going to be our weekly dose of horror. That's a free-for-all. All types of horror. Already got it scheduled. It's already on the channel for this Wednesday night, 9 p.m. Central. And then Friday night, 10 p.m. Central, our weekly Scream Talk every Friday night, 10 p.m. Central. Love you guys. Thank y'all for showing up and showing out. That's how I wouldn't want it any other way. So, I'm going to get to a few little comments here, and then we're going to call it a night. Is that cool with y'all? And here's to 2024. I love you all. And let's stick together. All right? Welcome to the party. Welcome to the horror fam. Extron, would you rather be killed by Michael Myers or Art the Clown? Michael Myers all the way. I'm sorry. I mean, even Michael Myers has some crazy kills, but Art the Clown, he kind of tortures some before he kills. I don't want to be tortured. I want one and done. Take me out. Wow. I know no one uses a gun, but kill me good, sweet, clean. I don't want to just sit there in agony before I die. Thank you, man. Thank you for coming out and hanging out for us. Love you. Extron, the Universal Monster movie you mentioned earlier is being directed by Radio Silence. No, there's... Oh, yeah, I know that. But that one with Melissa Barrera is actually by another... She has another one coming out. The one I was talking about earlier, the You're a Monster. It's directed by Caroline Lindy. But yeah, I knew about the Universal Monster movie. That's kind of under wraps right now. So yeah, we got a couple of Melissa Barrera's projects coming out. That's gonna be super awesome. All right. Hope to see y'all again on Dose of Horror this Wednesday night, especially on Scream Talk on Friday night. Love y'all. Got some videos dropping this week. Be looking out for that. And I love your faces. And I'll see you guys when I see you guys. I think I'll be right back.
Be right back.